Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee and I've got 4 beautiful recipes for chicken freezer meals for you that your family's gonna love. Okay, we're gonna do a slow cooker shredded barbecued chicken. Oh my goodness, it would be good on sandwiches, over rice. You know, it'd be good and served with a lot of things. We're gonna do a teriyaki chicken for chicken breast, and you'll be able to use legs or thighs, you know, any kind of meat you want. Chicken meat, that is. Okay? And with that, we're going to make some more chicken taco meat because my family goes through that like wildfire. And the first thing we're going to do is a chicken chili. And this is a rather big recipe, but all these recipes, friends, are no pre-cooking required. It's perfect. You can just put them together, stock your freezer, and you're ready to go. And you can put several of these together inside of one day if you need. Just a few hours and you could have, you know, 2 weeks worth of meals. So anyway, we're going to start with the chicken chili first. And this is a rather big recipe. So I've got 2 Ziploc bags labeled and ready for this. Okay? We're going to put it in this bowl because I know it will not all fit in one bag. And right here, I've got onions and peppers and celery and parsley flakes. Okay, friends, my camera shut off. So here we go. I got the onions, the celery, the peppers, and parsley already in the bowl. Okay? I'm not draining anything. I want all the liquid in here with this. So we got 2 cans of corn that's going in here. Beautiful. You can use frozen corn too. Absolutely. Okay? We've got that. Let me put this over here. We're going to do some green chilies. So I got a small can of green chilies that are going to go in here as well. And I'm not going to rinse my beans either. I want all that beautiful liquid in there. And my black beans. Beautiful. Okay? And to that, we're going to do 2 cans of diced tomatoes. You could use Rotel because that already has your little green chilies mixed in with it. I don't have Rotel. I'm all out of that. So I'm doing the stewed tomatoes or the diced tomatoes and then a can of green chilies. But in the recipe in the description box, you'll see Rotel. Okay? Look at all that. Look at that beautiful stuff. All right. To that, we're going to do pepper. And we're going to do a nice bunch of pepper. We're going to do a nice bunch of salt. Okay. Beautiful. We're going to do just a pinch of red pepper flakes. That's it. You can omit those if your family doesn't like them. No problem. Okay, friends. I hope the rest of my day is not going to be this obnoxious to me. I went through, my camera messed up, and I'm sorry we lost some footage, but all I did was put in my spices. So I put in red pepper flakes, you've seen that. I put in a tablespoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of cumin, a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, and a tablespoon of chili powder. So we're going to mix this up. And this is wonderful. And we're just going to scoop this, divide this between 2 bags. Look at that. Doesn't that look wonderful? All right, so with that being said, I'm going to get my chicken. I'm going to do 1 chicken breast per bag. Okay? So here we go. Because I'm making a mess, my chicken breasts, well, maybe I'll do 2 because they're stuck together. But they are pretty big. So this will be a meaty chili, and that's okay. All right? So I got 2 beautiful chicken breasts in here. And what we're going to do is move this stuff aside so that I can move my bowl over, because I'll be using those spices probably again. Okay. I got my big old scoop here. Okay, I'm going to get these right near here. And I'm going to put one scoop in each one at a time. That way I'll have it divvied up pretty darn good. This stuff will be wonderful in your slow cooker. Oh, you can even simmer it on the stove, but it will really be good in a slow cooker. You cook it slow for about 6 to 8 hours. That's probably one big scoop that's going to go in there. Okay, let me scrape that, because I don't want to waste none of this. I'll pour a little bit of that juice in there and the rest in here. Beautiful. Okay. Now we'll put these together. Look at that. That looks wonderful. And it is going to be very meaty chicken chili. In my cookbook, it's not sealed, I have a recipe for easy white chicken chili that's absolutely out of this world. So those of you who have my cookbook, Little Homestead Pantry, you will love. You should try that recipe for white chicken chili. You'll love it. It's easy and it's delicious. Take a look at all that. Isn't that beautiful? All right, let me get this one come on, out of there. Get this one put together, and then we can move on, because we're going to do chicken taco meat and teriyaki chicken, and we're going to do a nice fancy barbecue for pulled chicken. All the air is not out of this. Okay. Okay, there we go. Look at how gorgeous that is. And you know what, friends? When this chicken is done, all you can do is just shred it up in your slow cooker or your pan or however you cook it, and it'll be wonderful. That's it. That's the chicken chili, and I love that stuff. Okay, friends. Now we got the chili done, the chicken chili done. We're going to work on some chicken taco meat, and I'm going to do 2 rather large breasts in here. And I don't pre-cook my chicken or shred it. These are all no pre-cook meals. Now you certainly, if you want to make taco meat and cook it so it's all cooked, you can do that, but I'm not going to. Okay, what I am going to do is I am going to move these so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put 2 nice heaping tablespoons of taco seasoning in this dish, and I'm going to mix it with 2/3 cups of water. Okay? I am also going to do, where did my salt and pepper go? It's here. I'm also going to do just a little bit of salt and pepper in here. There we go. Give that a good mix. And that's how easy this is to make. And we're just going to pour it right in there. And we're going to get all that right in there. All right. So that one's done. I'm going to do 2 of these. All right. So these are frozen, but once they start thawing out, I'm telling you, and then you cook them, they'll have that beautiful they'll be marinated beautifully. Okay, we'll do this again. 2 tablespoons, nice heaping tablespoons of taco seasoning. We're going to put a little salt in here already and a little bit of pepper, and that's good. And a 2/3 of a cup of water in there. Mix it up and pour it in. It'll be wonderful. And you're all ready. If you want to make chicken tacos one evening, all you got to do, pull this out the night before, let it thaw out in your refrigerator, and in the morning before you go to work, you can put it in there on low, 6 to 8 hours, and it'll be wonderful. See how beautiful that is? Nice. All right, so we got those done. Now, I'm going to clean up this little bit of mess, and we'll continue on. Okay, friends. This is about one of the easiest freezer meals you can put together. In these bags, I've got 6 chicken legs each. And these are half-gallon bags. So what I'm going to do is I've got a can of pineapple here. And I'm just going to drain it because I'm going to divvy it up between these 2 bags. So I'm going to put pineapple chunks in here. Pineapple chunks in there, a few more in there. Just divide it between the 2. Beautiful. All right, now I gotta open this. Maybe it's opened. Okay. I got a 1/4 cup here. I'm gonna do 2 of them because I'm gonna do a 1/2 cup because we're gonna divide it between the 2. So we're just going to mix this up between the soy sauce and this pineapple. And this is all it is. You could put a little pepper in here if you want. I'm not going to do any salt because you already know that I'm putting pepper in there, though. That the soy sauce is quite salty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dump half of it in there. Make it even. Beautiful. That's it. That's simple. Now, we're just going to seal these. And look at all that. It's going to go all through there. Isn't that gorgeous? Take a look. Oh, and you put that in your slow cooker for about 6 to 8 hours on low. And it's divine. You can also bake this in the oven. You can cook it in a skillet too if you want. I'd bake it in the oven at 350 until the internal temp is 165, which would probably be about 40-45 minutes. But that's it. Isn't that easy to put together? And it's beautiful. All right, we're going to set these aside, clean up my mess, and we'll move on. Okay, friends, now I've got 2 chicken breasts in each of these bags, okay? We're going to do chicken teriyaki. Oh, that stuff is wonderful. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to cut up these 2 green onions, okay? And then we'll just divide them between the 2 bags. I cut up the greens and all. I love it. Slow down when you get to your fingers. Okay, let's see. We're going to put... There we go. We'll just divide it carefully between the 2. And we're good with that. All right, so we're going to do one of these at a time. And we're going to do 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. Okay? And we're also going to do 1/3 cup of soy sauce. Perfect. And we're going to do, I got a 1/2 tablespoon here, but we're going to do a whole tablespoon of sesame seeds. Okay? And we're also going to put just a little bit of pepper in here. And we're going to mix this all up. This stuff is wonderful. And look at that. And it's so easy to make. I'm going to make sure I get my rubber spatula out. Okay, we're going to dump this all right into this bag. Beautiful. Look at that. Don't waste anything, so make sure you scrape out the bowl. Okay. We're going to use that bowl again. And I'm going to show you how beautiful this turns out. This stuff is wonderful. I love this served over rice. It's not wanting to seal. Make sure it's sealed. There we go. And you know this will all freeze. My chicken's already frozen. But when this thaws out in the refrigerator, it will marinate beautifully. Take a look. Gorgeous, hey? All right, so that one, we still got air in there that we got to get out. There we go. Perfect. We'll set that right there. We're going to go ahead and work on this next one. Again, 1/4 cup. You can make, this is like, you could double this if you want and put it all in one bag, especially if you've got a rather large family. We need a little more in here. There we go. Perfect. That lid can go there. We're going to do a little bit of pepper in here. We're also going to do our sesame seeds. This stuff is divine. I've always liked teriyaki chicken. Makes for a nice meal. And these meals are so easy to put together, friends. There's no pre-cooking. There's no prepping. Not much of anything. Just put it all in a bag and put it in your freezer. Well, label it, of course. But, you know, it's so easy to do. Okay, I'm going to put this in the sink. And we can go ahead and we can load this one up. Isn't that wonderful? I didn't add salt to that because, of course, the teriyaki sauce that we made is salty. The soy sauce is salty. So we don't need any extra salt. And pepper, that's just optional. I put pepper in everything. We love pepper. Okay. Maybe that's not sealed. It is. All right. These look nice. Take a look at how nice that looks, friends. Beautiful. Okay. That's almost like a marinade, but you cook that and you can serve that over rice. It's divine. All right. I'll set these aside and we'll get this cleaned up because we got one more to do, friends. Okay, friends. I got all this ready. We're going to do some beautiful barbecue chicken for shredded chicken. So that's what I wrote on my bag. Barbecue shredded chicken, though I'm not going to cook it and shred it. But I'll know what it's for. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick 2 breasts in each one. And you know what? I'm going to, yeah, I got one. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put 3 in each one because this will also make a beautiful leftovers too, or you can refreeze it. Okay? Perfect. There we go. Get the little crumbs out of there. Okay. It'll be enough, even with 3 breasts. It's quite a bit of sauce that goes in here. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to use a bigger bowl. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do I'm going to double this and we'll just divide it between the two. Okay. We're going to do 2 cups of ketchup. And there's 1. And there's 2. 2 I have. There we go. I do. Perfect. Okay. Set that aside. Now we're going to do 4. That would be a 1/4 cup, but I don't have, I think my 1/4 cup is dirty. So we're just going to do 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Okay, beautiful. Let's put the lids on these. I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in here too. But no salt because that Worcestershire salt is, we're going to do 2, I had to give that one a little more, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And, oh, I forgot my chili powder. Let me go grab my chili powder. We're going to do 1.5 teaspoons of the hot sauce while we're here, and then I'll grab the chili powder. So we're going to do a teaspoon. It's about 1 teaspoon and close to 1/2. Okay, that's hot sauce. And that's Frank's red hot sauce. So that'll be good. And 1.5 teaspoons of curry powder. So we'll use this side here. 1.5 teaspoons of the curry powder. Beautiful. Let me get my chili powder. We have to double this, so I have to double that. So I need 2 more things. I don't know what I'm thinking. There we go. Of brown sugar. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Okay, and then I have to double the hot sauce. And let's put another bunch in here. The hot sauce. I'm just going to put another tablespoon in because I dumped a little bit in there earlier. And we're also going to do another 1.5 teaspoons of the curry. Beautiful. Perfect. Let me make sure I got it all. I've got the curry powder, hot sauce, brown sugar, Worcestershire, and 2 cups of ketchup. All right. Oh, this looks wonderful. All right. I want to mix this up real good. This will be divine. Let's take a little bit more of that. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh, you want to taste this, mister?
No, it's got hot sauce in it.
Yeah, you don't want to taste that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to divide this between these 2 bags. Make them stand up in here. Get over there. Mind your business. Okay. Okay. Perfect. All scraped out and good. Oh my gosh, friends, that is just divine. Oh, that's got a little kick to it from that hot sauce, which is nice. Oh, look at that. You know, when that cooks in that, oh, that's just going to be absolutely divine. Mister won't eat it, but I'll eat some of it, so I'll share it with my friends. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at how dark and gorgeous that is. All right, friends, that's it. Let me clean up my mess, and then we'll go over everything we've done, and I even gave you an extra recipe. Okay, friends, this is done. Look at how many meals are in here. This is gonna make a lot of meals. I didn't even add up how many meals, but it's gonna make quite a few. We've got that beautiful barbecue. Oh, it's just got a spicy zing to it, and it's delicious. You can make sandwiches with it. You could serve it over pasta, or some people would do it with mashed potatoes. We've got the chicken chili, and that's fantastic too. We did, oh my gosh, we did chicken teriyaki. We did the Hawaiian chicken legs, and I'm going to give those to my friend because he's going to love them. And we also did the seasoning for the chicken taco meat. This is fabulous, friends. This is a wonderful addition to your freezer, which is always an extension of your pantry. So when we're not stocking our pantries, we're stocking our freezers. But there you have it. So easy. I will list all these recipes in the description box. This took us all of maybe 2 hours to put together, but I was taking my time, you know. Perfect. You could do this in no time. I'll put all the recipes in the description box. And thank you, friends, for hanging out with me in the kitchen. I'll see you in the next video, friends. And as always, thanks for watching.